Oh, I thought we were picking movies where people got rated up, but it's fine. I'll make
the same. Yeah,
it's I think it's, yeah, I was just saying. I kind of came with the same premise, but I was just thinking about like people. I was like, who do I know that's huge that sometimes isn't huge, or some guy that is huge that it just looks unhealthy.
Tim's like, the movie Pain and Gain. Okay, I got 3.
You can always go for Carrot Top.
He is not an actor. He does not count.
He's done.
We're talking about roles in which people got roided up for a specific movie, not just Carrot Top.
Dude, life is a movie, Max. Fuck you.
Life is a highway. I'm gonna ride it all night long.
There were so many song choices, and I was curious which one someone would pick. And I got to tell you, that song was not it.
Not a good pick.
That was not what I was anticipating from Tim, especially from you.
It's my favorite song.
Good. Yeah, it's a great song.
Mm-hmm. Should we get started?
Yep.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, and welcome back to Hold My Popcorn. I'm Max Healing in Nashville, and with us in Charlestown, Boston is Tim Begin. How are you, Timmy boy?
I'm doing well, Max. I have a new microphone, so the audience will finally get to hear my real sensual voice.
Oh my God. Sultry and sensual becomes sultry.
That's right, audience. This is it. Take a deep listen.
I'm so happy that I met Tim before we started doing this show.
There would have been some issues I think on each side if you guys hadn't met before.
Yeah, that's true. But good thing we touched stomachs, and that was that.
And now it's
can't go back.
Can't go back.
And now it's a cartoon forever.
Oh.
Well, we also got Mr. Preble over in the Cape Cod. How are you, buddy?
Hello, Max. Hello, all. I'm doing well. The weather's turned nice here, so my box is no longer needs all of the siding and all the other heat-saving techniques I've adapted for the many, many moons. So it's June now, so I'm excited. Excited to be out.
Good. And over in Northern California, we got John Anoshak. How are you, sir?
I'm mad because it was 106 here on Monday, and California does not ever advertise that shit. Like, could you imagine 106 degrees in San Francisco? All the hippies would just burn alive.
They would. Yeah, it's a rapture.
Yeah, on Memorial Day, my goodness.
Yeah, nonetheless. So yeah, you're outside, and you're actually putting your own life at risk when you barbecue. It's wonderful.
All right.
How are you, Max?
I'm good. I fortunately for the last 2 days, my lovely wife actually agreed to watch the original Terminator and Terminator 2. So I've had quite the week.
It doesn't really get better than that.
It really doesn't.
Which one of those do you think is best, Max?
So, I mean, I think that second movie is like just one of the best action movies of all time. But
I agree.
But Nikki liked the first one more.
Interesting.
I agree.
I would say I like the first one more, but I think the second one is just more action-packed. Like, if you wanted to like entertain somebody, I would tell them you should watch the second one.
What was the movie again? I just blacked out.
The first two Terminators.
The first two Terminators, yeah. The second one's definitely the best. I don't care what anybody says.
The music is just so funny, the first one, though. Just
so good.
It's just so funny.
I mean,
so good.
It's
so
serial
80s.
killer Tron. I mean, yeah.
It is.
Do you think Schwarzenegger like insist on being naked in both those movies?
Fuck yeah. I would.
Yeah. Maybe.
No, I need to be naked.
Dude, this guy's like he's back in the day, he was like a minesweeper for pussy. You just put him out there and he just came back with a haul every time. Dude.
Back in the day, dude. I think he is now still.
I don't think it's ever I don't think it's ever stopped.
Yeah.
No, so yeah, he's a fucking minesweeper. He just takes off all of his clothes and just walks around. He's one of the few Americans that can actually pull that off. Still, even with those fucking wrinkles, dude, I'll take a wrinkly six-pack any day.
He's now the elder statesman of California.
Indeed. Yes.
Hilarious.
He's just rational.
Fun fact, he actually he won because of a recall election, which is the exact same thing that's going on right now. And I kid you not when I say that there is a candidate named John Cox who goes on tour for the governorship with a live grizzly bear.
I saw a picture of that. I thought it was fake.
Yeah, it's dead serious. I am dead serious. No one should ever trust me except for right now. And there is a candidate for the governorship right now who tours with a live grizzly bear called Tag. I don't know why.
Well, speaking of steroids and Arnold and all that fun stuff, summer quickly is approaching us. In here at Hold My Popcorn, we're going to be embarking on a little limited series over the next couple of months, either called Summer of Steroids or Juiced Up June and July. The title's still a work in progress, but we'll figure it out by the end of July. Anywho.
For the record, it's all about Jewish actors.
Okay.
June.
Yeah, we're going to be doing June and Jewy July. Tell us now that we're woke. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so what we're going to do here for this mini episode is we're going to list a few actors who clearly took steroids in preparation for their movie role. And unlike our all baseball steroid team, hopefully this episode will last less than 2.5 hours.
Yes.
Not likely.
I think that's the point of the mini episode, if I remember correctly. It's supposed to be less time than the actual full-length episode. I look back and it's
that's off brand for us, man. That's off brand. We have to at least warm up for a solid 90 minutes, and then we record for another 90 minutes, and then we're drunk at that point. So, well, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so what else are you going to do?
We pretty much just end the episode after when we all have to pee.
Yeah. Either that or divorce papers are thrown at our head. One of the two.
Yeah. One of those. Anyway. All right. Yeah. I guess I can go first.
Okay.
Sure.
Cool.
What you got for us, dude?
Number 1. Chris Evans in Captain America.
He did not.
So the backstory of Steve Rogers is that he's a polio victim with the heart of a lion, and then he gets injected with a bunch of performance-enhancing drugs. The character himself is on steroids.
Now, are we?
Nah, dude, he's
literally have a heart of a lion.
No, but his character was very loyal.
Oh, you're talking about a metaphorical heart of a lion.
I don't know what metaphors are. You really need to.
Tim really delves in. Everything is concrete, so
It has to be, Mike.
Oh my God! He cut open his own chest and shoved in the heart of a lion. He's not even a doctor.
Explain this, Max.
Stay on topic, Tim. But Chris Evans, apparently, he gains like 20 to 30 pounds of muscle over like 3 months in preparation for these roles. There's no other way you can do that without taking steroids.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've gained a lot. I've gained more weight over the course of 3 months.
And you look just like Chris Evans coming out of that the chamber pot.
You know I do, Max.
Did he really? He's such a nice kid. He's still a kid to me, anyway.
Did you know he was from Boston, John?
Is he really from Boston?
Yeah.
No, fuck that guy. I don't fucking like him anymore.
I knew
he
that was
did
gonna get
fucking
him.
steroids. Jesus Christ.
Anytime that's mentioned for any actor, people are like, ugh, fuck him. I don't need this shit anymore.
Dude, seriously, Boston's got enough. They don't need any more wins, okay? Y'all have
we've
everything.
had a lot of losses lately. Boston has not been doing great.
No, we haven't been.
Celtics are trash.
We're
Bruins
actually
are winning right now as I speak, but
we actually got a guest coming in. Kyrie Irving's got to talk about Boston for a few minutes. Go ahead, Kyrie.
Oh my God. He's the only person that this is a little off topic. You know, like I'm the first one to admit that Boston is racist. But anytime Kyrie Irving brings it up, especially Kyrie Irving, because I just know he was like throwing that out there as a preemptive, like take the attention off of the fact that I'm a shithead. When he came back, I was like, dude, that's just so annoying. And then then people started talking on ESPN. It's like, I'm glad the NBA is having a discussion about racism in Boston. I'm like, okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This comes up every other week.
I know.
On ESPN.
I know. Jesus Christ.
Fuck out of here. Go ask Adam Jones 10 years ago if Boston's racist. This always happens.
Anytime Boston is linked to any free agent in any sport who happens to not be white, which I mean, that's 85%. Unless they're talking about hockey.
Would you say that steroid use is a big deal in Boston? Because I can imagine that like North Jersey has like a huge steroid thing. Do you think that Boston, at least like this, I guess none of the sports players have ever gotten caught if they did.
David Ortiz
That's
and
New
Manny
York's
both
game.
got caught.
Yeah.
Oh, they got caught?
Yeah.
That is true.
Okay.
I would have.
Okay.
There's a certain segment of the population of the Italian and Irish communities that, yeah, definitely do steroids.
Okay.
Boston has a small, like, you know, Jersey Shore like segment of people.
It's just the Northeast.
Yeah.
There's probably about a 10 to 15% population of men in the Northeast that are just the ultimate douchebag that you can't find anywhere else.
Right. They're Italian.
Yes.
Matt's using a lot of fancy words to describe Italians.
So you're saying Italian.
Right. Italian. Got you, Max.
And then one more thing before we get into start talking about steroids again with Kyrie. Kyrie fucking asked to go to Boston. So go fuck yourself, dude.
Seriously.
Your dad grew up here. You came here specifically because your dad played at Boston College or Boston University. I don't know where the fuck he played. But he wanted to come to Boston. He wanted to leave LeBron James after winning a championship to go play for the fucking Celtics. So just shut the fuck up about all this other garbage. We all know Boston's racist. You don't have to fucking tell anybody that.
He just said Boston was racist, so it's distracted from the fact that he tanked when he came here.
Yeah.
And everyone knows that he's the only reason why he won championships in Cleveland was because of LeBron.
Yep. And then he helped LeBron out again. Okay, anyway, talking steroids. Who's next? Chris Evans wears a youth medium shirt. Go on. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Charlie Sheen for mine. Straight out of Major League. I don't know the year. I know that was way back. It was like, 91
89.
or something? Like 89. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I was born then. But the thing that really bothered me about it was like not the fact that it's Charlie. Like Charlie can do whatever Charlie wants. He's got tiger's blood in those veins. I get it. You know, you're boiling. You got to get it out, you know. But he did this specifically.
Go ahead. Sorry, John.
Yeah, no, no, absolutely not lion's blood. He would actually be a good guy. But he did it so that way he could throw a ball faster in a movie. That he's not a real pitcher. Nobody cares. They can hit the fast forward button, you know, in editing and make that ball look really fast. But he was pissed off that he couldn't throw it above 80 miles an hour, and he succeeded in like having an 85 mile an hour fastball. I don't know why. Other than that, this guy's ego was already fucking way out of control that he needed to do that. But like, really, you're going to take steroids just so that way you can throw faster? Like, what did he do to his own dick, too? That's the other thing. Like, when you're doing that, you got like the one fucking...
He got HIV. That's what he did with his dick.
Yeah. That part revealed itself a little later, I suppose. But you know, I love when a story comes together. You know what I mean?
This is great.
I love that. I think it's hilarious that he admitted to taking steroids for that movie just so he could throw the ball faster. I'm like, yeah. So if Charlie Sheen's doing it, you don't think all the other baseball players are doing it?
I love it too.
It's hilarious.
I also love that I just couldn't. I couldn't tell.
Exactly right. It's
like in that movie, I was just kind of like you, John. The fact that you say he's on steroids, I'm like shocked by because he looked like he was on Coors Light and cocaine.
Seriously, with those glasses and that little fucking turtleneck that he had on the entire time, which still doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't know why you're trying to keep your neck warm, but there is a really funny quote that I got out of this, and it was from, I'm pretty sure in a Sports Illustrated thing that he said, well, you know, it's the only time I ever did it because it made me a little more irritable than normal. I'm like, oh my God.
And then normal
is a fucking catastrophic if that made you more irritable. Like,
also,
God damn.
I'm calling bullshit on, which I think this is another thing. I already knew about the Charlie Sheen thing. The thing I just find is so funny too is that he admits to taking steroids for that movie, but not taking steroids for Hot Shots, which he is like he's playing Stallone like Rambo in that movie, and he is so like it looks like it was like Space Jam, like they literally like put air into his body and started like pushing down the lever, like puffing him up, like he is so fake, like buff in that movie.
Fair,
it's absurd. Just for the fans at home, just Google Charlie Sheen Hot Shots and just look at what he looked like and tell me that the guy was not on steroids for that.
What movie was Hot Shots? I don't remember that.
Oh, dude.
It's cool. Well, yeah, but like, what is it? Is it a baseball movie? Like, what is it?
It's a parody. Action parody.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very good. Very enjoyable.
Huh. All right.
I'll go next.
I went to type in Hot Shots and it came up as hit shits. Anyway, go ahead,
Hit
Preble.
shits.
I'm not going to Google image that.
True story. Side effect of steroids. The hit shits. Punches your colon on the way
devastating. Absolutely devastating. So the actor / movie I picked is, I think this is like a natural one for me. Sylvester Stallone in, hold on. Oh my goodness. Sylvester Stallone in Rocky IV. Hello, Abby. I see her.
Everyone says hello.
Hello.
I'm going to meet you one day.
John says he's going to meet you one day, and he said it very weirdly.
That's a very...
I feel like I've never even seen his face till now.
Say hi,
You don't
John.
want to see it any longer. You don't want to see it anymore.
No.
It's bad. All this, City Miles. You
I'm sad
don't
about
see
looking
it.
at it right now.
You-
She's leaving
All right,
before
goodbye.
it gets any more awkward. Yeah, she's vacuuming. See that?
Oh God.
Start over,
So
Preble.
yeah, I'll just start over again. I'll give you guys like a beat max in case. No offense to Abby, but all right. So again, the movie I picked. Again Sylvester Stallone and Rocky IV because again, I just love it because I mean obviously Rocky I's a classic, right? And Rocky I looks like a kind of like a real boxer from the 70s. He's got like he's like strong. He's like kind of toned, but he looks more like a regular person. And as all the films continue forward, he just gets more like just like more unbelievably strong and ripped and everything. And the fourth one is just disgusting to be quite honest. He looks awful. Like Dolph Lundgren, playing, he looks good. He looks like, wow, like this could be possible. But like Sylvester Stallone, it's like he's got like these misshapen titties that are, it's like, God, these are weird. Everything about it is just uncomfortable. And also just the whole backstory about, it's like, oh, I'm training in Soviet Russia and all I have are like fucking cows and this fucking barn. Like that's where I train. In reality, he's getting juiced. But they're always like, oh, look at the Soviet. He's using steroids. But like Sylvester Stallone's just like pumping himself full as many cream and clears as he possibly can. So, you know what I mean? I love it. And it's at its peak in that movie. So I have to pick Sylvester. It's like
shrink wrap. Shredded. Like,
yes. Like
1% body fat. Like not healthy. Muscular.
No, like, again, like your testicles must have like gone on the inside, like just like gets sucked up back into like your body. Like that's how much he was doing.
Well, I've got a theory that it makes its way up. They make their way up to your neck, which is, well, I'll talk about Mickey a little bit later in this thing, because that's exactly where they went. They just went away and right up into his neck. So, yeah.
Love it.
So the thing's funny, too, about Stallone in like those movies is like the more shredded and ripped he gets, the smaller and shorter he looks.
Yeah.
Like the first movie, he's buff. He's built like Evander Holyfield in the first movie, like one of the more jacked boxers. And he looks normal. And then by the time you get into the fourth movie, I know he's next to Drago, but like he's just looks so small. Like he's not as wide.
The wider he gets, the more out of proportion he becomes.
Yeah, he just looks. Look, he literally looks like an action figure, but like a 10-inch action figure.
Again, as
dude, his traps are like a foot outside of his his body. You know what I mean?
Dude, his traps are like pint glasses. No, it's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous.
Absurd.
Oh God, it's fucking insane.
Well, on that note, my pick is Sylvester Stallone and Rambo. And I will refer you to all of Mike's reasons.
Good.
And we could move on.
All right. Yeah, for listeners at home, Tim thought we were doing movies, so Tim's going to wing it.
I'm winging it.
Yeah, that's fair. Very
okay.
fair.
My number 2, Chris Hemsworth in all the Thor movies.
Dude, he sucks. I hate him.
I like Chris Hemsworth.
You don't like Chris? What's wrong with Chris? What do you don't like? You don't like, you racist.
Yeah, definitely.
Racist against the Australians.
I'm from Boston. We already covered this. Anyways, the reason why I don't like him is because in the beginning of COVID, there was some story in the news where Chris Hemsworth invited all these like movie stars from Hollywood to Australia to do like a workout camp so that they could stay in shape while staying COVID safe. And I'm like, you have to be the biggest fucking douchebag. And he put this on like social media. He thought this was a good thing. He thought this was going to be received well. You have to be the biggest fucking douchebag ever to do that.
He didn't learn because then like a few months later, he posted pictures from like, they did like an 80s theme party for one of his friends when they were filming Thor, and like Idris and Matt Damon, all of them are there. And this is like right like at the peak of COVID. And people are just like,
right.
Why are you even? First of all, if you're just going to do this, do it. But don't fucking post pictures of it and show us how much fun you're having with all your A-list celebrities.
Right. Exactly.
No, he's just so far up his ass. He can't even fucking see straight. But I still like him as an actor.
Oh, yeah.
All these people that we're talking about are probably pieces of shit in real life. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Very fair. Very fair.
But so for him, though, so just watch the opening of the 2009 Star Trek movie where he plays Captain Kirk's dad, and then just watch him in like anything else, but especially like the Thor movies. It's like a different person. He's at the point now that he looks like a WWE wrestler. Like he's on those roids. Like he's at that level. He is so fucking big now.
Right.
Just for like from the waist up though. So I want you guys to do this too. Well, I'll give you a minute. Google image Chris Hemsworth. The first picture that's probably going to pop up. It's going to be a cute photo of him with his daughter.
That's it.
Images. Yep, I see.
Okay.
Yep.
So, cute photo. First thing you notice there is like his arms are fucking out of control. They're super jacked. But then look down and you realize his entire body is supported by these like little bird legs.
Yeah.
That's
It
true.
doesn't even look real.
Skip
don't
leg
s-
day every day.
Every
You
day.
don't skip leg day. And also, like, don't the steroids at least give you a little bit of fucking leeway where you do like 3 fucking like stand-ups and then you're just
Do some calf raises,
Good to
Chris. Jesus. He isn't, I mean, it's not good when your biceps are bigger than your calves.
Yeah.
Well, you can see the tendons around his knee actively buckling. In this picture, if you look close enough, they're just strained.
Again, my legs are bigger, and that's not through any exercise or anything.
No.
It's just they just are. They're
Which
bigger.
just means that like his legs would match the top of his body if he wasn't fucking super juiced up on steroids.
Jesus
God.
Christ.
That's
God damn,
fucking
dude.
gross.
It's like, I mean, I look at that, I'm also kind of like, how? Like, I don't even have to try hard. My legs and calves got all kinds of love for you.
Right.
All kinds of love for you, baby. Like, I think I have fantastic calves myself. Thank you very much.
Well, good job. Good for you, John. But
All
benefit
very
to Thor.
proud.
Thor never wears pants or never wears shorts. He's always wearing pants and never wears sleeves. So I guess it works out for him. But in real life, it's like, God damn.
Well, I mean, like, what the
It's like a
fuck
stork.
did they put like freaking football pads into his pants or something? Because like
Yeah,
some
probably.
of his leg shots, he looks pretty fucking massive. God
Yeah, man.
damn.
Yeah, that picture's not a fluke. I've looked at other pictures. There's a picture online of him like pushing like, a fucking 18-pound or 18,000-pound tire or something. And then you look at the legs and it's just like the ankle to his calf. Like there's no separation or gap. It's just all
You know
one
what?
little stick.
You think he would like to get like strength of like your legs, right? Rather than just using all arms to like
Yeah.
move these things. Like, don't you want to fucking like use your whole body to like train? No? All right,
I don't know.
fine.
Some people-
I mean, it's just
Some people's legs are kind of like you look at an NBA player's legs. They're chicken legs, but they can also jump out of the gym.
That's because they're genetic athletic freaks. This is just Chris Hemsworth taking steroids and doing a bunch of curls.
All right, that's reasonable.
Tim's like fair.
So I'm going to start making a list of celebrities that I would not eat if, we like crashed in like the mountains or some shit and we had to eat everybody just because like I'm eating the legs and there isn't anything there.
He's
I'm
like
not
the
gonna eat
opposite.
Chris.
So he'd be like a drumstick or a chicken wing where you hold him by the legs, which is the really skinny part, and you just get all the meat in the top.
He's got no fat though. He'd be flavorless.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess. I know. It'd be like eating a rabbit.
Be strict. You got to braise
Yeah.
him. You got to braise him for a long time.
A rabbit.
Yeah, he'd be
that-
really
fuck.
gamey.
Yeah.
Huh.
Man, we're getting on to
Howard
Chris,
down
write
there.
in,
Holy
write in
shit,
if you
dude.
like this whole talking about cooking you segment.
So next for me, Mickey Rourke, because fucking everything. I don't even have to name a movie. Apparently, the bad one though was The Wrestler, which
Oh,
I still
yeah.
haven't seen. But it is funny because this movie had Scott Siegel who playing a steroid dealer who's actually a steroid dealer in real life is kind of fucking funny to me. But just seriously, like this guy's genetics are just fucked up from like the sheer amount of blow, probably the downers to get him down as well when he's coming off of his high versus like him destroying his body to look beautiful. And then we don't need to talk about the plastic surgery, but
God, he really fucked that up.
Damn, yeah. And you can see how unhealthy it is when he's in The Expendables, along with Stallone, where it's just nothing but spiderweb veins all up and down his goddamn body. I mean, just horrid.
Leather skin.
Disgusting.
Yes.
Leather skin. I mean, he's basically his entire body is just one big melanoma from all of the tan bedding. Like he has done everything he possibly can to destroy his physical body. Everything.
And he used to be a pretty boy.
Yeah.
And now,
And then
look at him.
he tried to become a professional boxer and he fucked his face up. And
Yeah,
then
just like,
he
how'd
went
that work
to
out?
get plastic surgery and fucked it up even worse.
Ugh.
And then
God.
started taking steroids to overcompensate for the plastic on his face.
He is some disgusting, like Dr. Jekyll, like Mr. Hyde kind of thing. It's just like, you goon. Like, you
He
gooner.
looks like a goon.
God, you fucking...
With the Charles Bronson mustache that he tries to put, like,
Yes.
that he just, like, kind of
Oh.
tapes on his face every once in a while. It's just like, God, that's not helping. Looks
Oh
worse.
my god.
No, he was
Looks
that
like a
villain.
catfish.
Ugh, terrible.
Looks like a catfish.
Hollywood is a crazy place, dude. The fact that like this stuff comes out of Hollywood is just fucking banana land.
It's a culture in its own right. It's its own weird nation, which, I mean, we were just talking a minute ago about how, like, Chris decided to have, this two parties basically back to back at the peak of COVID, just completely separate from the rest of the world.
Yeah.
Like, not what the rest of the world actually deals with. They
Nope.
should just be their own fucking country.
It's actually, this has nothing to do with steroids, but have any of you guys read the book World War Z?
Yes,
Okay.
loved it.
Mm-mm.
So much better than, it's not even the same.
It's not
thing
even
as
the same.
movie. The
No.
movies, they should put a disclaimer out there. They're not the same thing.
Yeah. No, the book is like
I
a
loved it.
textbook. It's like a history book. But that like the scene that they're talking about when it's like, it seems like it's like a Paris Hilton or somebody, but it's some celebrity that they're like just recording, like, oh my God, guys, it's so hard out there, but we have all of our barriers over here. We got plenty of food and water. We're okay. And then they're doing that live, and then people just start storming their house to break in.
Yeah.
And then the zombies come in right after.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, that's the real world versus your little fucking fantasy world. That's what would happen too.
Yep.
They would be fucking live tweeting and live like Instagramming them during the zombie apocalypse, showing like their beautiful gym and pool.
Seriously. Yeah. And
It's
Nick
very
Cage
fair.
would just be very upset that he didn't get that island in the end. So
Oh, Nick Cage would be part of that zombie crew, just ripping fucking necks and.
that's true.
That's
true.
He'd
Not
be
even
the
a
leader.
zombie.
He'd be the leader. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted somebody.
No, actually, so it's interesting. I remember this all reminded me of flying over Malibu when it was on fire and not shedding a tear. Just being like, oh, look at that.
Hopefully, you guys got insurance.
Yeah. They do.
Mhm.
Anyways, who's next?
I think I'm supposed to go next. So I will go with someone we all know and love, JCVD, Jean-Claude Van Damme, in absolutely every single film he has ever been in. I will name a few: Bloodsport, Cyborg, Kickboxer, Lionheart, Universal Soldier, Time Cop.
Time
The
Cop.
list goes on.
I like Time Cop. It's a good
I
movie.
love Universal Soldier and Time Cop are amazing films,
Yeah.
and Bloodsport. I love Bloodsport. I love
Mhm.
watching. But
I
it's
don't think
God, it's fucking insane watching him.
I ever had seen a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie except for like the one Expendables that he was in for 5 minutes until I started doing the show with you guys.
And we
They
almost did
are-
Jean-Claude Van Damme. We were that close.
Jesus.
Oh, we're gonna get there because
Someday.
he is an addiction in his own right. Where I just like he is forbidden. I don't like him when I first have it. Kind of like when your parents are like, "Well, I tried marijuana when I was a child, but I didn't like it," and now they're just fucking ripping bongs left and right. Dude, he creeps on you.
No, it's
He does.
He just does some random shit, and then sometimes he's trying to do like these more serious roles. But I'm just like, listen, man, I just want to see you do splits.
Do
Just
splits
as
and
many
bad dancing.
Exactly, as much as you can, all the time. Again, I will watch Bloodsport at a drop of a hat. If Bloodsport's on, I'm clearing my schedule. I want to see him just start losing his fucking mind, looking like he just took the worst hit of all time. And I'm looking at his hands as he realizes he's like a killing machine.
With Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes,
cheering him on.
I know. As his
Lovable.
like good buddy, who's just some
Yeah.
beer swilling idiot who sucks at fighting.
games next to each other. We're best friends now, right?
Exactly. It doesn't make a fucking lick of sense why these two people are friends, but the movie itself, he's so strong when he breaks the fucking ring, just breaks in half. I was like,
Oh my
that's steroids
God.
for you. That's what that'll do.
There needs to be a reboot of Bloodsport. You have Jean-Claude in there too, except Big Ogre Man is actually Mickey Rourke as well, and I think that we got something going on there.
I'm pretty sure it is a series now,
It
but
is.
I don't
It's
think he's been in any of the other ones. There was Bloodsport 2, Bloodsport 3. Let me double.
Were there?
Oh,
Shit.
Bloodsport 2, the next Kumite from 1996. Dude,
Universal Soldier, on the other hand, he's done like 7 of those.
I know he picked the wrong. I mean, I love Universal Soldier, but he picked the wrong franchise to continue to do. I would watch every single Bloodsport if he was in it. I've watched Universal Soldier 1 and 2, and I refuse to watch any. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, I think that's enough.
Not good.
Yeah,
Love
But
Jean-Claude, though.
Jean-Claude is amazing. I love him.
It's the only Belgian I think that I like in this world.
It's probably true. The muscles from Brussels, man. He doesn't fuck.
Ooh, dude, those fries, mama.
Delicious.
I mean, we all know between karate and what did he say? Never mind. I'm just gonna cut that out.
That's what Jean-Claude said too. In between just him being numb from the cocaine that he took while his bipolar episode kicked in.
That's a line in every Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. What did he say? I don't know. Never mind.
I wonder if there is a benefit to having cocaine with your steroids. Like, is it kind of like the old thing that Arnold would say, like, "Oh, I have 6-pack before I work out. My muscles go numb and I can work out harder." Is it that kind of a thing? Do you think there's like a good?
I feel like your heart would explode. It just cannot be good for your body.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's a real toxic combo.
Yeah.
It feels like it shouldn't work.
Yeah.
I feel like
you're
if you're
definitely
going
not
to do
going
either,
out
you should. If you're going to do one of those, you should probably not do the other, especially at the same time.
All right. So my second pick is every single person in Predator.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every single person in Predator. Name one. Predator. Predator did steroids.
Mm-hmm. Jean-Claude got fired from Predator.
Yeah.
Because of mixing steroids and cocaine.
Yes. Or a bipolar episode that he had. He freaked the fuck out and they fired him.
Think about how big of a nutbag you have to be to get fired from Predator.
Yeah.
You have Carl Weathers on there, who is a pretty big nutbag. You have Arnold Schwarzenegger, who is probably just like, "Where's your nanny? I need to have sex with her the whole time.
Find me the most masculine woman in here.
Yeah.
I must deliver my seed."
Dude, the trees in the jungle were on steroids in that movie. Like every single person. Jesse Ventura, I mean.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He is literally a walking steroid.
Mm-hmm. That Native American dude. He was all shiny and rubbery. It's like all the old 80s steroids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the old 80s steroids, I didn't know that there were.
Oh, yeah. You can tell back in the day when they were all like super bulky and like it just looked obviously fake. That's the old 80s steroids compared to now when you're looking at like the person I'm going to mention next or, Chris Evans or somebody like that. It's a little bit different.
Huh. Steroids with class. I like that.
Advanced science. We're definitely going to be if we're going to be doing this juiced up summer, whatever the fuck, I don't even, whatever the title of this is.
Juiced up wet American summer,
Yeah. I think Predator might be a good way to open it up, though. I fucking love that movie.
So.
And it is
so
like
good.
the ultimate steroid movie.
Actually go. Sorry.
I'll mention that trivia fact when we do the movie. It's all good.
Okay. I was going to say, like, this Predator is actually like a really dangerous movie in that way where it makes steroids super cool. And I think that's an issue. Because I watched that and I was just thinking a second. I was like, they're totally worth it. I was like, oh.
Makes me want to do curls. That's for sure.
I'm also one of those people that's in the camp that I think that all athletes, like all of them, every single one of them should do steroids.
Yeah, no, I'm in the same camp. If you're getting paid, if the only thing that's going to be between you and making like millions and millions of more dollars is a fucking syringe, then yeah, why would you not?
Dude, I like
people do it in any other business.
I like 102 mile an hour fastballs, and I like a lot of home runs. Do steroids. I don't give a shit.
Yep.
No, I want to see a catcher's wrist snap. That's what I want to see on live television. Dude, fuck a titty. I want to see someone's fucking shit snap just because a pitch goes in so hard.
But what about the kids? You're sending the wrong message to the kids. Like, hey man, if they want to fucking be a pro ball player, fucking do steroids.
Also, you're the wrong message to the kids. Meanwhile, dad's picking you up fucking shit-faced from baseball practice. Come on, get out of here.
There's no accountability anymore.
You just keep it a secret until they're 18. For fuck's sake, half the kids these days think that the tooth fairy is real by the time they hit 21. Like, just keep it a secret when they're 18. Okay, kid, I'm sorry, but everyone's on steroids.
Yeah. So Mark McGuire is sending the wrong message to kids, but fucking Alicia his dad, like doing drinking out of a flask with no shirt on while he lounges on the hood of his Jaguar Little League game is in the right message.
I know.
Oh god. Or a certain lacrosse star we all know whose dad would just go to hockey practice at like 5 o'clock in the morning for just coming back and just like picking his son. I was like, all right, I gotta get you to the rink at 5. Let's go. It's like, you've been out boozing the whole day, sir.
Yep.
Now you gotta drive your son to the rink.
Haven't come home yet.
Dear God, these people.
Yeah, do that. Not steroids. Endanger your children. Totally fine.
Yeah, we got fucked up priorities.
Fuck. All right. My third pick. Going to be going with the OG of roided up superhero actors, and that is Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
Oh, that's a good one. I didn't think about it.
I thought that he would be like all natural because he's like all
Yeah.
Juilliard and shit, you know?
Yeah, he's
on
on all
Juilliard.
natural on Broadway,
Max
dude.
over here.
No, just look at him. It's definitely natural. So this
Yeah.
one, though, I'm going to put an asterisk on it because I don't think he was juiced up for the first X-Men movie. But he definitely got changed that. Like once you fast forward a few years, and here's another one for Google. All right, Google image Hugh Jackman Wolverine evolution. So it is comical to see how much his body has changed as he's gotten older. Like
You said revolution, right?
evolution.
Damn it.
Yeah, they got like a picture
I'm
series.
not
Hold on, I'm
paying
opening
attention
this
at
shit
all.
up. Let's see.
Oh yeah, dude.
It's like
Let's see.
night and day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Are we sure that it's not the fact that the Brits just took like all of like the worst people that they had and dropped them on a desert island, and this is what came out the other end? Him and Chris? We're sure.
No, I'm pretty sure he just took steroids.
Oh, okay. I just had. To
I also
ask.
love
I
the
had to
description of Australia as a desert island. Because it makes me think of like palm trees and like hidden treasure where it's just a fucking penal colony full of,
ask. I mean, fuck,
full
man.
of goobers.
It's just a super big ass island. I mean, I don't know, and nobody was living there.
Couldn't you say that about every continent?
But they aren't desert islands, Tim.
That's a good point. They're desert islands.
We need those desert islands.
Yeah.
Delicious desert
Oh.
islands.
What are
All
we
right, I'll see
talking about
myself
here?
out. I'll see you guys.
We're done.
Yeah, but Hugh Jackman, he's now in his 50s. I don't think he started getting shredded until he was in his like late 30s, early 40s. It doesn't work like that naturally. You don't get more jacked as you get older unless you're taking something.
So his wife's a
So-
beard, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like no
His wife
question,
is
right?
definitely a beard. Yes. He's way too pretty. His footwork and dancing is just way too suspect to be straight.
Yeah, and she's just not hot. I mean, she's like a normal looking lady. But like if you're the Hugh Jackman jacked like that, I mean,
She just doesn't look like Hugh Jackman would be married to her.
no.
Isn't she like, she was like an actress herself, right? Isn't that
They
like,
met-
it's like a famous Australian actress
So
or something?
they met when she was older too, but they met, his first, like role ever, his first acting credit was on the show that she starred in Australia, which I've actually
She's
watched before.
65 and he's 52.
52.
So yeah, that's quite a gap.
Yep.
Quite a gap.
Another, again, though,
Desert
so
Island.
all these three guys, I'm shitting on them. I fucking love all of them. I love all their, like most of their movies. They seem pretty charismatic. And I mean, besides the COVID stuff with Chris Hemsworth, but I like them all.
Fair,
I mean, I
fair.
have no idea where I was going
No.
with that, but you know.
No, I mean, I think they're all lovable people, and you know, they do things that they're not at liberty to talk about a lot of the time, and they entertain us. And fuck it, just separate the artist from the artwork. Is that the saying?
Yep.
Did I fuck that up? Okay, I thought I was about to pull.
It's-
I think you got the
Yeah.
sentiment.
We get
I
it.
think you got it.
Didn't want to pull a W. Fool me, want fool. Fuck. Fool me. Yeah. Didn't want to go there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Don't do it. Don't go there.
That.
All right. Well, some good comments on Hugh Jackman, guys. We can move on.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Hugh Jackman. Desert Islands. Nobody lived there.
Desert Island's got adamantium claws coming out of his ding dang. You know, everything's going on.
You know, honestly, there's probably weirder shit that's come out of Australia than men with metal claws. So everything there is trying to kill you. It's a video game, but continent size. So Andrew Brynjarski.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this guy, he was in this wonderful movie that we covered a while back called Any Given Sunday, which I'm fucking still having like residual seizures from after all of the fucking scene changes and
Itches!
yeah. Seriously. So no, this was the guy who played Madman, who was the O lineman who was just like covered in tattoos, like listened to heavy metal, like threw an alligator into the shower with his teammates, asked an old woman if she liked dick at a big fucking like, you know, dare fundraiser.
Charity fundraiser.
Yeah, charity fundraiser while his teammates do cocaine off of titties in the back room. You know, just like this is the guy. But also, and I didn't realize it, is that he was the same steroided psychopath that was in the movie The Program from 1989. Which was, it's the same character. I mean, he puts his fucking head through a plate glass window. It does get rapey at one point. That's a little fucked up. And when he walks through press pools, he just picks up journalists and then just puts them down away so he doesn't have to walk through them. I mean, he's that fucking big. Just a massive hunk of fucking just like ribeye prime grade, dude. My God.
Wasn't he Leatherface too for a movie or two?
Yes, he did. He was a Leatherface at one point because he's not like he's actually like a tall guy too, which is what's fun. Because like usually we get like the super ripped dudes who are either like average height or like Stallone and a little bit smaller. But like this guy's the whole fucking package where it's just like do not run into him in an alleyway. He will kill you with his calves. Like just beat you to death, flexing them.
Unlike Chris Hemsworth, who has
Chris Hemsworth.
That's true.
I would like to see those two fight just to watch this guy just like break those toothpicks off and like pick his teeth.
Oh, that guy would fucking just eat Chris Hemsworth's fucking face.
That'd be
Like
great.
Florida bath salt style.
I was gonna say his whole thing just reeks of Florida. Just reeks of Florida energy, like Florida, like mixed obviously with some roids, like a little like nose candy for everybody, and then just like we're out of here.
Dash of PCP
and also,
here and there.
not to mention, he just can't pick a look and stick with it. Like everybody Google his ass right now.
Oh yeah,
Just
I know you're
Google it.
talking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's just his face changes every other picture. His facial hair changes to like different colors and shit. He has like at one point he has a beard that he threads, and then he goes into like a weird neo-Nazi thing from like American History X. To he's wearing backwards driver caps to he's gone gray. But my favorite is the windswept hair where he just looks like he did a fucking giant rail of cocaine and just that's my fucking favorite. But yeah, so this is this fucking guy. And there's the Leatherface guy. Leatherface
There you go.
role. Interesting.
He looks like a biker.
Yeah. You know, but he is
Scary looking.
not bad to look at. He is a little scary looking. I think he needs to keep the beard. It makes him look less intimidating.
Oh, he's fat now. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Look at that picture.
No. Oh no.
That's disappointing.
He's a tubby boy now. He's off the juice.
Fuck. Good for him. He's
It
got
happens.
to cycle off.
I'm on a
what the
site. Andrew Burinsky, animal cruelty charges dropped. That's good news.
Oh fuck. Oh wow.
Oh,
He could
shit.
go play for the NFL.
He's fuck, what's his name? He's Christopher Walken's son in Batman, the second Batman, and Batman Returns.
Oh
What?
my
Holy
God.
shit. I didn't know that was him. Dad,
Oh my
run.
God.
That's that guy. He was like doing a fucking Walken impersonation too, and he was nailing it.
This guy, he really is just a little like, he's just like a miniature American treasure that we didn't know that we had. And I really wish there would have been more of him because I'm going to start looking at interviews because I feel like he's pretty funny, minus like, you know, animal cruelty that we just discovered and all that stuff. But I think he's a fun guy.
He's either pretty funny or he like sexually harasses every single female interviewer ever.
Well, I just realized he's from Philly.
Yeah.
So he's got street cred. Immediate bingo, bongo, ipso facto. There you go.
All right. So for my third person. Oh, shit.
Don't sound so excited.
I know. Well, hold on. Just give me a damn moment. No, I'm just trying to get out my list here. But no, so the next person I picked is Andy Dwyer, Christopher Pratt becoming Star-Lord.
Yes.
It's the most radical.
moment.
It's the most radical transformation I've ever seen from someone who is a most prominent role. Prior to that was being the fat dummy who can't do anything, to then going into like a not like super intelligent, but like clever, incredibly ripped, incredibly in good shape guy for like pretending to be, you know, like a space hero, like a space cowboy. I saw him and I was like, this is fucking bullshit. I was like, there's no way.
I'm really happy that you went with him because we could now discuss like, you got like building block steroids where you just like start putting cinder blocks in where your muscles used to be. And then you have cutting steroids because it's either he used cutting steroids because he wasn't like blown out of proportion or anything. It was just like, that motherfucker's cut. And he looked great when he's
right. No, he did. That's the thing. Like
Ryan Reynolds 6-pack.
Yes.
Reynolds six pack.
Like that. Like,
so
it looks appropriate, I would say.
I mean, it's either cutting steroids or he just like juice cleansed shit himself to death to lose it and then start all over. And maybe
I still
that's
feel
the
strongly
other route.
about my steroid. I mean, it's just like he's not like Sylvester Stallone or Rocky or anything like that. But
No,
it's just
no,
like so radical where he goes from like fat dummy to like amazingly in shape, like cut. Like that scene where like, oh, they have to take, they're captured or whatever, and they take off their clothes, and he's just like covered. And I was like, that's just fucking ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No
It's
reason for
gotta
that
be
scene.
cutting roids.
The only reason was just so he could show off his six pack.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Like, look, the dummy from Parks and Rec is good looking now. It's like, oh, okay.
I mean, that shirtless scene probably gave him Jurassic Park. A producer fell off their chair and then
Shirley scene
Oh,
also got him Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter.
That must be a fun Thanksgiving.
My favorite thing about that is how they addressed it on Parks and Rec,
Yes.
where like they're walking,
what
him
did
and
they
Ben
say?
are walking up the stairs, and he goes, "So you just stopped drinking beer
For a month?
how much beer were you drinking?"
He just goes, yeah, right? He doesn't even answer.
I know.
You quit drinking? Wait, how much beer did you drink?
Yeah.
right?
It was very funny.
It was great. I liked Chris Pratt so much more when he was fat, though.
Me too.
Chris Fat is so much better than skinny Pratt. It's just
Now he's well, that's the problem.
Sold
Now he
out.
like thinks he's like a real actor. And I'm like, no.
It's too bad.
Don't do. You're not like some hunk.
But he got that six pack, and then he dumped his wife, who's like he had kids with.
No.
Fucking sold out completely. Started doing all these like fucking GQ front covers and ads, and just became a little pretty boy.
Yeah.
Like go back to being the fat lovable guy. There isn't enough people out there that are fun and fat.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Gosh.
It's like, now it's going to be another generic
True.
pretty boy in LA now.
Except for the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, everybody. Let's put our mics to our stomachs and go.
All right.
I feel like the Justice League is going to show up or something after that happened.
So
Fat boys assemble.
news team assemble. For my third roided up person, I chose Radigan from The Great Mouse Detective. Because you got to look at Radigan. I mean, I'll tell you what. You look at Radigan's earlier works. He was a skinny. He could have been like Matthew McConaughey in fucking the AIDS movie. But dude, I mean, he has been just. Everyone Google a picture of Radigan right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, The Great Mouse
Oh,
Detective.
I know what he looks like. Oh,
Because he is cut and he is big, man.
He's a
Wait,
big
how
rat.
do I spell that?
Rat.
rat again.
Rat again.
I did hear though that he did get some like major tail shrinkage when he started going on that cycle.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
It was sad. It was sad. You know
It
what I
wasn't
mean?
even on the floor anymore.
No one was happy about it. Everyone was sad.
Yeah. He's like a Vince McMahon character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, his head definitely got real fucking
Yeah,
big.
that's exactly right. The head to torso ratio is just out of whack now.
It's out of
Holy
whack.
Shit. Something wrong with his teeth, too.
You got the Barry Bonds dose.
Yeah,
You get the Barry Bonds stuff. No, that's the good shit, dude.
record breaking shit.
That's the stuff that makes your balls bubble. It'll melt rain.
Tim, you should have just done all fucking animated people.
I know, I would have loved it.
It's so funny.
I wanted to save it to the end.
I would have lost my mind.
Second
If
mini
that
app
had
with
been all of them.
Radigan. For anybody who hasn't listened to still, I think is my favorite episode of all time, which is our Disney music, or what was it? Our Disney soundtrack episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where Bill was trying to strangle people through Skype.
Where I was
It's
editing
like,
out
you
Bill
idiots.
just grumbling. I was just isolating his audio while editing and him just going, fucking son of a bitch. Just like, he's so angry.
So furious and no one agreed with all his picks. He's
Shaking
like,
his
"Oh,
head.
fucking idiots.
Tim,
It had all
did you
the
pick
elements.
any movies that had actually singing in them?
Yeah, I know. It had all the elements of a great Hold My Popcorn podcast, which is really just Bill's anger.
Yeah.
Full stop.
He hasn't been mad in a long time. He's
know.
mellowed.
He's beaten down.
What do we got to
Yeah,
do?
we'll
He used to
solve
at
that.
least like
We'll solve
jump
that.
my ass every time I said something strange in Harry Potter.
I think it's because anger requires energy, and he doesn't have any.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
not
he's
allowed
got,
to have that
he's
as a
got
parent.
kids. Yeah, he's got kid. You know, it's
Yeah, no, what an asshole.
not ideal.
Selfish Bill.
Incredibly
Having
Yeah,
children
Bill.
in a family.
Choose who's more important, us or those kids.
I do love that whenever he's not on though, there's always some point where we just start talking shit about Bill.
Because we know he'll
It's
listen
very
in like
important.
4 or 5 months from now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a nice little time machine, man. It's great. Little thing for him.
Dear God.
All right, well, I think that's it.
I think
That's
we really
everything.
knocked this one out of the pack.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're actually under 90 minutes. It's
Oh boy.
Wow. That's
amazing.
really impressive,
Wow.
actually.
Okay, let's fuck that up. I'm gonna be here for the next 2 hours with you guys. Let's just talk.
It's too late now.
Yeah. We don't have any social media, so we'll make
Don't
that
need it.
nice and simple and snippety right there. So with that, search us up on the Googles
Mhm.
because fuck it, I'm not telling you where to find us. And deuces, fuckers.
I told you guys to Google image a few things this episode. Just go Google image hold my popcorn. Just look at pictures of us
Yeah.
if you want.
Yeah.
We've officially taken over the algorithm. That little blog is no longer
Bye-bye.
findable on Google. That's fantastic.
Right.
If
Muscling them out.
if you go to listeners, if you go to Google Hold My Popcorn, do an image search. If you get to page 15, my weight will be listed in a photo on page 15. Okay? I promise.
It's not the pixels of the photo. It's actually my weight.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
promise.
I think the next mini up we need to do is Tim's weight. We've been just pushing it off and off and off.
Yeah, people got angry about it.
They did.
And it was fantastic.
I actually
loved that.
was going to mention that we should do this episode, and then I totally forgot. So we're not going to. All right. Anything else before we get out of here?
Carrot tops on steroids. That's all I got.
All right. Drink your milk.
I can't believe no one mentioned Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Other than that, whoa.
Dude,
Or
dude,
Arnold.
no,
Is
that,
it
that
Samoa
that is-
Natural?
Uh-huh.
That is.
Okay. fine.
Natural charisma is what's getting
That's
him.
what it is. All right. All
Bench
right.
press
Respectfully
600
withdrawn.
pounds.
Cheerfully withdrawn.
We didn't mention Arnold either. It's just too obvious.
No, he didn't at all because he's just so obvious. You can't.
It's golden boy, golden child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, he's the only one who's like, yeah, I did it. I don't apologize for it.
It's like, obviously I did it. Have you not ever fucking seen what I look like?
Yeah,
Kidding me?
It's like, why do I care? Yeah, of course I did.
That's a funny thing. So like Nikki loves Arnold now too. Like his newsletter is great. But and he does social media shit all the time, like just several things a day. So like there's a video of him just doing some kind of workout, and it's funny to see him now like not on steroids and it's like seeing his body. It's like he's built like his oldest son Patrick. It's just like he's kind of just lean but skinny. And it's like, wow, that is a huge difference of what the steroids do. Because he'll do another movie in a year or two, and he's gonna be big again, and he's fucking like 75.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Bye.
Alrighty, gentlemen. Bye.
Goodbye, all.
Bye, fellas.
Mm-hmm.